Canadian Mental Health Association, Catholic District School Board of Eastern Ontario, and your Suicide Prevention Coalition brought the Robb Nash Project to St. Joseph's Catholic Secondary School in an effort to engage students through the power of music and words. Here's Angel Delacio with more.
Hi, we're here at St. Joseph's Catholic Secondary School, and today is a really exciting day. It is February 23rd, and we have the pleasure of hosting the Robb Nash Project, which is in line with anti-bullying and mental health education. It's a concert event, rock concert event, and with me is Robb Nash from the Robb Nash Project, the lead singer. So welcome.
It's good to be alive.
Yeah, absolutely. And if people haven't seen, if you go to the Robb Nash website, Robb Nash Project website, you can read more about why he is doing this. But we'll ask him in his own words, why did you choose to be here in Cornwall, Ontario today to educate students?
Well, when I was 17, I was actually in a car accident. I was found dead on arrival. My parents got the call. They said, "We're sorry, your son was killed today in a car accident, and we're bringing his body to the hospital." So my family was all coming to see my dead body, and as you can tell, I came back to life. That was the first miracle, and I woke up from my coma. I didn't know who I was or my parents, nothing. I went through a really bitter, angry time in my life. Year and a half, I didn't want to be alive, suicidal thoughts, and I kept it all inside. I didn't talk to anybody about it, and I made it through that dark time, but I wondered, how many other people out there like me, they're going through something dark with these thoughts and they're not talking about it. And I decided that I wanted to tell my story to as many young people as I could so that they didn't have to die like I did before they started to live. And I never wanted to be a musician. That was my worst mark in school, but I knew that would be a good way to tell a story. So we started playing music, had a few top 10 hits on the radio, and a few years ago we ripped up our record deal to do this tour to go through prisons and youth detention centers, native reserves and schools, and it was one of the best decisions we've ever made.
We just did a show at Edmonton, guys. And after the show, went somewhere for dinner. After dinner, we come back to our bus, and there's a guy waiting by our tour bus. He walks up to me, he's crying, and gives me a hug, and I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" He goes, "You spoke in my middle school a couple years ago." I'm like, "All right." He goes, "I thought it was cool, but I was going through it tough." He goes, "But a year later," he goes, "my mom and dad both died in the same month." He said, "I didn't know what I was gonna do, but then I remembered all the stuff you said in that presentation. If pain doesn't go away, neither does the strength, and I've waited a long time to thank you." That's why we say this stuff, guys. When you get to that tough day, you know you got the strength to get through it.
From what I read, that you've reached over 1 million students to date.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a 9-month tour, but the schools keep calling us, asking us to come back because of the response that we're getting, and it's been amazing to see the breakthroughs, and it's amazing to see the consistency of the issues from city to city, province to province, school to school. And it's like the kids in Vancouver just partied with the kids in New Brunswick last night. Like, everything is so consistent. So where there are some presentations that talk about drinking, driving for an hour, or bullying, or suicide or addictions, we cover all that stuff within our presentation, and it's been cool to see all the kids having breakthroughs in our shows.
Wow. Well, we work, myself on behalf of the Canadian Mental Health Association, and Michelle Neville, the mental health lead with the board. We're seeing that those issues also are, across our school boards, across the schools that we present in. So it's a really nice tie into the week, because bullying, Pink Shirt Day was yesterday. And Michelle, if you don't mind me asking you why, I'd like to ask you why you felt that this was such an important venture to join both the Suicide Prevention Coalition and Canadian Mental Health Association. A few words on that.
Yeah, so our school board is really committed to supporting child and youth mental health and building kids up and building resiliency. So Robb Nash's messages are all really inspirational and very based on hope. So although it is meant to educate about, keep going and suicide isn't an option, but really the message behind it is around hope and just keep living your dreams and things like that. So,
and as you can see behind you, building resilient students, and I think that is the message from both the Catholic District School Board and the Robb Nash Project. Any final words?
Well, the whole thing is, we're all going to go through something tough in our life. What do you do when it happens? That's what makes us and stuff like that. And that's why we're here today. Like she said, it's all about hope. And one of our biggest issues when it comes to mental health is people only share the tragic stories. And although we can learn from tragedy, it's important to balance those stories with the stories of those that have made it, that have found the strength, gotten through those tough days, because it's amazing to have what happens to someone when they find out they're not alone.
Very true. Oh, I cannot begin to tell you how excited we are to have you here. It's an honor. It's a privilege.
So guys, 2 last things, all right? Like I said before, you don't have to tell us your whole story or anything like that, but if you want to, guys, you read us tonight, just say, "Hey, you came here for me today, Robb." That means the world to us. That big part of what keeps us going. If there's something you need to get rid of today, whether you got razor blades, you got bottles of Oxy, something that you need to just get rid of, I'm here. Me and Johnny will be at the front, but you got all kinds of staff at the back if you want to talk to somebody. And this is the last part, guys. The staff that are here that put all this on, they're going to be by the back doors as you're walking out. They have enough posters for all you guys. I know some of you got to get to buses, but me and John will be up here if you want them signed and stuff like that. And do me one last favor, guys. If you enjoyed this show, give all those people with those booths back there and the staff here at your school, give a huge round of applause for letting us come, all right?